In chapter 46 of Wistoria, we see what the other people are doing while Will and Liana are pretty much resting up from their fight with the puppet master. Colette is blaming herself for the death of Julius, saying that if she never would have set the meeting at the tavern, that no one would have died and everyone would still be alive. And then we start getting a little background about Colette, saying that at one point she was very uncaring of other people, didn't really care about the world, and even said that she wanted it to fade away. Her friend Rose giving us a little insight of what Colette used to be like versus what she is like ever since she met Will. That's when a Mana memo from Will ends up coming in and Colette decides to read it. And we start seeing that he explains everything to her and she gets up out of bed and starts trying to figure out what's going on because she feels that she cannot waste this moment to go and try to figure out what's going on within the tower. And that's when we go and see what Wignil is doing. Wignil is pretty much practicing his illusion magic when two high-ranking people from the elf faction come in and starts kind of like downplaying him, downplaying his friends, and that's when he kind of snaps. Like, you can talk all the shit you want about him, but don't talk shit about his friends. And that's when these two officials say, you finally get it. We're not better than them. The whole idea of the elf faction is that liaisons and elves are the same type of people. We're on the same team and we should not be looking down on each other. We should be helping each other and building each other. And that was one of the things that Wignil really needed to learn because he still had that elf pride sitting on his shoulders. And everyone of those two little generals is now proud of Wignil. And that's when Wignil's sisters come in and kind of ruins the entire moment and says, hey, why is he not training? And they're like, I don't know. We told him to stay training. But we move over to Scion, and Scion is pretty much having a training session with the Flame Magnaveda, and he's trying to teach Scion this incredibly hard, difficult move. It's called the Black Flame Lion, which is a offensive and defensive flame magic, one of the strongest flame magics that there is. Basically, you summon this black flame lion, which acts as a guardian, and it pretty much reflects all spells that are coming at you, and then sends fire blast at the opponent. This is supposed to be one of the hardest things to learn, that even the flame magnaveda can only pass it down to people with certain talents. And this is when the flame magnaveda says, yo, are you worried about your friends? Are you worried about the tower? What about the traitor? What about the people who killed your friend? And Scion's like, whoa, what? And the Flame Magnaveda is like, you probably wonder how I know that. Master this spell, and I'll tell you how I know that. And that's pretty much where it cuts off, except there's like a scene where people come in on a dragon, but I don't think that that's incredibly important because we don't know anything about them yet.